Good evening, everyone, and sorry I'm late. Welcome back on this Friday community chill and the transfer corner news. How y'all doing? And today's show, we're going to talk about the latest development. What's going on with INEOS and Manchester United transfer plans? Are they planning to spend, or are they planning actually to go on the cheap? We're going to talk about the latest development, and we have some positive news as well because we just signed a left back or right back, sorry, from Australia, 16-year-old. And who is that? We're going to talk about that as well. And we're going to talk about the centre-back situation. Chalobah, that is picking up from Chelsea. Is it hot? Is it not? Do you really want Trevor Chalobah? Or is it just agent pushing it to Manchester United as well? But also, Leny Yoro is heating up. A fantastic 19-year-old right-footed centre-back from Lille. This is something we're going to talk about as well. But what's going on with Braintwaith? What is going on with the midfield situation and Olise and the striker situation? This is a Friday chill. We're going to dive right into the stories. You guys going to participate in the chat, and later on, I will paste the link for you to come in and have a say. Until then, sorry my lateness. I will play the intro, and we shall see you in a couple of seconds. Happy Friday, everyone. Good evening. How you all doing? TGIF. And what a week it's been for Manchester United. It's been one hell of a week with a lot of reports, a lot of stories. You know, confusing, isn't it, right? It's hard to keep track what is going on. What is INEOS intent, you know, with the Ten Hag situation. And now, you know, according to Samuel Lockhurst coming out to say that all transfer plans are out of the window, put on hold until INEOS have kind of sorted out, figure out what they're going to do with Ten Hag. I mean, this is going to take approximately 2 weeks. And I'm saying, hang on a second. All right. You know, we know Lockhurst, like he's been banned, like, you know, but still he's credible in a way because he works for Manchester Evening Standard News. He's been banned from the press conferences. So, but still he's got some contacts within the club, you know. And I'm thinking to myself straight away, guys, this is a little bit dubious. And my alarm bells started to ring and started to think what Ratcliffe has been saying, what Dodgy Dave is doing there at the club and assessing everything. Are we going on the cheap? You know, are we looking to sort of, in a way, to play with what we got, sort of to look at potentials to optimize marginal gains, what Dale Bress is all about, and save money? You know, there's been a lot of alarm bells at the moment. So, and then people saying that we're going to have a massive summer. I think massive summer in a way that it's going to be big focus on sell, because in order to buy, we need to sell. So in terms of what Lockhurst is saying, you know, of course, you know, Omar Barada is not in place until 2 weeks from now either, right? So, but then, you know, Yoro starts in 2 weeks. And, you know, what other people or clubs are doing the business, we are still blocked. We're not doing anything because at the moment you have two camps voting. You know, this is the first time they have end of season review, or, you know, you will arguably to say this is the first new structure board meeting where you have the INEOS people, the footballing operation, meeting the commercial side, which is the Glazer operation, trying to sort of agree and vote on the budgets and what is the transfer targets. But believe me, they've already planned the transfer summer targets in advance. But everything's changing according to some reports, if they're sticking to Ten Hag or they're not sticking to Ten Hag. And believe it or not, you know, agents, when you speak, you know, they want to know what's going on here. Like, you know, who is going to be the manager? You don't know. Okay, well, we move on. So arguably to say that we as fans, we want to have the business done before the Euros or before the preseason, but it ain't going to happen by the looks of it. We don't know. But apparently we trigger and we managed to sign a 16-year-old Australian kid from Perth Glory. Big up Perth Glory, my club in Australia, West Australia, mate. It's a wonder kid called James Overy. Yeah, they've offered the 16-year-old a scholarship deal, and hopefully the youngster will be joining the academy. But this doesn't help the first team. This is pretty much a replacement for Harry Amas. You know, Harry Amas, the place for under 18s, he's going to be promoted into the first team. So basically, they're backfilling with Amas with this James Overy. Now, hear me out, people. Hear me out. My train of thought is, I woke up this morning and after everything's been said and done, Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out, they need to come up with a statement and back this manager, right? You know, potentially why they are kind of delaying things because, you know, Ten Hag's camp wants to be reinsured. Give me a new contract, 3 years contract. And they might say, no, we're not going to give you a new contract, Eric. We're going to say stick with you for 1 year left, and perhaps we can discuss a new contract in December. But here we go. We're going to back you, or we're going to sack you. It's simple as that, guys. You know, we fans, we deserve the answers. But I'm fearing a little bit that, you know, ever since they came in, you have Dale Brailsford. We know that he's Mr. One marginal improvements, marginal gains. And of course, they've been assessing everything. We know that the finances are dire at the moment. We're still 1 billion in debt. And yeah, we can spend approximately 250, 260, what reports are saying. But I don't think that INEOS are willing to spend that money in the first place. I think that plan is basically to look at young talent under 26, 25, preferably that understands, you know, Premier League or British players, so, you know, kind of thing, and promote youth more, you know, promote 5 youth players into the first team, and looking at cheap players on the flea market, like people that's got 1 year left on the contract, or, you know, this kind of contracts is expiring. That kind of tells me that they don't want to spend money, right? But at the same time, they want to compete and finish in top 4. So what is that telling you guys? It is a little bit of a warning sign, but at the end of the day, we don't know anything as of yet. We don't know. But if you look at it, like, you know, from a perspective, we're going to start with that connotation, what I just said. I just fear that we're not going to see many signings. Predominantly, we're going to fill in with academy players, and we might see 3 or 4 signings, cheap ones, right? We know we've been linked to a left back. We know we need 2 centre-backs, potentially. We know we need a midfielder and potentially strikers. So we've also been linked to Olise, like on a right wing. And that deal is all depending on what's going on with, you know, if they manage to sell, like, you know, Jadon Sancho, or what are you going to do with Greenwood, right? And arguably to say as well that, you know, my train of thought goes like, well, if they are thinking this way, and if we know that their performance management, INEOS is all about performance, right? Marginal gains performance. They probably looked at this squad with Jason Wilcox to say, can we get maximum performance of what we got? But let's just focus on selling players because to reduce that wage bill. Like we've seen Casemiro is going out the door, potentially. We've seen the Varane is going out the door. So reducing that wage bill, it's been the prime focus since, I remember reports since January. And this is what they want to do. And then we get reports on that we are linked to X player Y, X player this, and we're not going to spend more than 60 million probably. And that seems to be the ceiling. So anything if you discuss Jared Braintwaith, like, you know, for 75 million, no way, Jose. No way, Jose. But anyway, that is just my train of thought. And I want to hear from you, like, you know, basically Zeus, big up Zeus all the way from USA, Brooklyn, isn't it? Big up, man. No, it's not Brooklyn, man. It's New York. Big up Mark as well. How you doing, my friend? Please come in and have your say. Fear of no signings. Yeah, Tank, I just explained that, you know, barring that the budget are what it is, and they are just investors on 20, 25, 27%. They're deliberate in, like, you know, the budget's 100%. You know, you got to be careful because you can't make one single step wrong here, right? If you do sack the manager, this sets you back another 2 years. You got to get the recruitment spot on. And are you willing to spend that money? We can just take examples how they managed Nice in 5 years. I think they haven't been so successful. 100%. Big up, Deneby Legends. How are you do? Yale Malmin, we signed somebody today, somebody for the future. Exactly. And I just mentioned that. So big up for Perth Glory. 100%, you know. All the best, like, you know. He's a super talent. And right back. Or I think it was left back. But anyway, this for the future, but we're talking about the squad right now. And if we're talking about Leny Yoro, yeah, we're going to talk about Leny Yoro. So that Leny Yoro is got 1 year left on the contract. That is a right footer centre back. Fantastic. We know we're looking at Chalobah, and we're looking for Leny Yoro. Chalobah is kind of an easy one to figure out because it's the INEOS Manchester United interconnection, right? So that's kind of an easy one to do. But if you look at Leny Yoro, I think it's like 18 turning 19. I think he's a better specimen from a right-footed centre back, right? He's got 1 year left on his contract. We are heavily linked to that, according to the Manchester United Muppeteers, their tweets, and everyone is jumping on that United are now actively looking at Leny Yoro. He's a right-footed centre-back, 19 years of age, 1 year left on his contract, and the market value is about 40 million. With 1 year left on the contract, 40 million, I think you can get that down. But of course, you know that Real Madrid is sniffing around the French market as well. And Real Madrid, they do have 750 million euros to spend in market, so they are going to go happy, right? So this is a one that Manchester United cannot sit and wait on. Even if you can, just pull the trigger, mate. Make a couple of few signings before the Euros, because once it's Euros, people don't want to talk to you. Once the Euros are finished, we're going to be in middle of July, right? And then you go in pre-season, and then Premier League starts in August. We are coming back to the Glazer styles. So we thought that with this INEOS revolution, at least, we've been told that INEOS wants to get the signings early before pre-season. So what's going on? What is going on? Is it a clash of the giants? Is it a clash between the INEOS Sporting and the commercial that holds the money as well? The Joel Glazer don't want to sign off for certain things. Big questions. Nothing is coming out at the moment, and I think that a lot of journalists are guessing, and we're here to having a proper community conversation at the end of the day. I don't feel confident, to be honest. I'm starting to be having doubts about this INEOS revolution and what the truly intent is. You seem to want to sack the manager and have a unexperienced manager and recruit unexperienced players. So where are we? Are we going to win anything within 5 years? That is kind of the vibe that you're kind of getting at, just cheap scrap market. And later on in this video as well, we're going to look at a list of players that is available on the market that United could capitalize on. 100%. Let me go on with the chat as well. Oligami, what you saying? Salute to you, my friend. How you doing? I don't have to explain to you 100%. I already did, Tank. Why this thumbnail? Do I report to you? No, I don't. I just explained to you why exactly. So stick around and understand more. Ask questions later. Zeus, what you saying? Alan, no more Chelsea players, please. Exactly. Let's talk about Chalobah. According to reports, and it is picking up, right? I thought it was a joke first, when in the midweek when we're linked to Chalobah, I was laughing it up. But I did the same thing when it came to Mason Mount, when we were linked to the rumors. So basically, we helped Todd Bowley. We did them a massive favor to take off the players that they don't want. So this Trevor Chalobah is another reject, right? He's okay, as a centre back, but according also to the United Stand earlier today, I'm reading their tweet, they understand the contact has been made between Manchester United and Trevor Chalobah's agents, and the club have been keen to discuss more. It's not really in advance, right? So Vincent Kompany, the new manager of Bayern, is also shown interest in Chalobah. Chalobah prefers to stay in the English league, but Chelsea are looking to offload him, and it's understood is not valued by Chelsea board. Pochettino and Tuchel were also linked with the United job if Ten Hag sacked, both big fans of the player. So you see what this is coming from, what this stems from, right? First and foremost, no more Chelsea reject. They don't want him. They are willing to listen for 25 million pounds. That's no fucking way. We're not going to pay 25 million for Chalobah, another Chelsea reject. And then you say they started to link in because, just in case Ten Hag loses the job, media is putting out because Pochettino and Tuchel used to manage him and defend him, they might have a say to say, I want the Chalobah, right? So see how this is going, right? So I don't believe this has so much legs. But the same thing I said about Mason Mount. So fuck me, we don't know at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, it's also agent talk, right? You can understand that the agent has been in contact with Manchester United, and this is normal practice, right? If you've been told by Chelsea to say, you know what, we don't want Chalobah, go look for another club, and the agent of Chalobah has probably gone and spoken to Bayern, spoken to Manchester, yeah, we might be interested. Okay. Yeah, but what do you think, right? Because at the end of the day, what Danny B is saying, we already have Willie Kwambala there. I'd rather give Kwambala more game time next season than Chalobah, 100%. Chalobah is still young, you know what I mean? And that will be from his agent, according to what you're saying, DJ Superfly, as well. So, no, they sold us the shit amount, what you're saying. Yeah, how much did we pay for Mount? 65 million pounds. And how many games did he play for us? So hopefully Mount will become more injury risk-free this season, and we can actually utilize the Mason Mount, right? Yeah, let me see what let's say Braintwaith, yes. And what about Braintwaith as well? Yeah. So if we stick on the centre-back situation, so that Chalobah is a one for me that doesn't really gel well. It's more of an agent talk, and it's media pushing two and two together, like to say, okay, if Ten Hag gets sacked, we have Pochettino, we have Tuchel there, that fancies him, right? But then Bayern Munich as well, that's been already showing critiques why they signed apparently Vincent Kompany, the president is not happy there. But if you talk about Darren Braintwaith, right, this is somebody we've been heavily linked with, media is putting us as favorites to sign him, and at the end of the day, I know we're not going to sign him, right? I know we're not going to splash the cash, and I know Everton will not go under 60 million to sign him whatsoever, right? Even if they are facing another FFP breach and points deduction, whatever, financial, they need to sort of raise a lot of money, and they need to have a takeover very, very soon. So they're pressured before the end of July, I think it was as well. I don't think they're going to budge. It's believed the Manchester United are willing to test the waters, to put in a cheeky bid on 45 million to test the waters. But that's going to be rejected. So why are you wasting your time, right? Just sit down, have a proper negotiations. How much do you want? 75, fuck off, because we know that Barada and the code, they don't want to pay more than 60 million, right? One thing we know, they want young players. That's why we are linked to Leny Yoro as well for 40 million, right? So look, at the end of the day, we have Toteboy there as well. 40 million as well. Easy. You also have another centre-back, which is even better than Chalobah, which is, Tosin from Fulham, right? Tosin you get for free, 100%. You pay 40 million for Leny Yoro, or you pay 80 million to get both Yoro and Toteboy. But I don't think we're going to do that, right? And you get one for free. So there you have three centre-backs, right? But to pay that 75 million for Braintwaith is just another Harry Maguire 2.0, according to my opinion, mate. So it's not even in June, Mick, what you're saying here. I don't grasp why you're having a doubt. Well, I explained that why I have doubts, because the signals what's coming up from the media and what we are seeing, I mean, if you're talking about the optimization, what they're trying to do, because the others are even thinking about potentially bringing Mason Greenwood back and potentially bringing, how do I say, Sancho, if Ten Hag doesn't stay. So I believe that they are kind of looking at performance management, walking around to see, we have a good squad already. Why should we spend money? Can we optimize in certain players and bring in the youth instead, right? And I think the big focus is what I said was, we need to, offload a lot of players that on high wage bill, because that's been the main focus. You look around what they are doing right now. They're getting players, staff redundant. They're sacking the coaching staff, Ben McCarthy. So that is an indication they are slashing down everything. The open heart surgery started. They're having the scalpel, the scrubs on, and they're slashing. But when it comes to squad reinforcement, that's why I say maximum in that case, I believe we get 4 signings in, maximum. And that is on the cheap. And that is also going on the free market to see what can we get for players that are expiring the contracts, right? And that is kind of why I'm thinking, and that's why I kind of designed this title, because I want us to have a conversation about it at the end of the day. So It's nothing clickbaiting or anything. It's more of a fan community conversation. There's news that is out there that I'm putting, but I'm also putting my thoughts and opinions to it, because it ain't matter, like, because even the Glazers are still here. They're just in this job since January. The proof will be in the pudding. 100% what you're saying. We will find out in the end of August what the result will be. But so far, it doesn't give me any good vibes, right? So what is the chat saying here? What are you guys saying? Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. Even Ben Jacobs were talking about. Yeah, Jacob, what are you saying here? I knew it when INEOS came. They were been looking to save the club some money, 100%. That's why the Glazers sold to them. I feel that we are doing to struggle under the new football operation structure. You know what, Jacob? That is absolutely, in a way, true, right? Glazers were stint. They were broke. They kicked the can as far as they could. They was desperate to sell some stake to have some liquidity. So in comes Ratcliffe or Trollers Limited, gave them 1.7 or 2 million hunky-dory days. But the problem is still there, right? You haven't really solved the problem. The debt is still there and everything else. And, you got to have money for the transfer window. Of course, there's reports saying that we can spend 260, but I think they're looking more of how can we get away with existing squad. You got to look at what Grenadier is. You got to look at what INEOS is and how they do the sports operations, right? They're looking optimization. They look at the root cause analysis. Well, okay, why is Luke Shaw injured? Can we fix him? They kind of like to fix it and to improve. And they looked at everything probably. So that is why I'm thinking what I'm thinking, right? But of course, we're always going to be linked to players. And, at the end of the day, left back situation, I want to talk about Milos, Kerkez, right? Center back, I think we will be fine, right? We know that we need to replace Rafael Varane, so 100% we will have money to replace Rafael Varane. We know we have Willy Kwambala in there, guys, as well, which is an upcoming. So will we sell Victor Lindelof? Potentially we will. Will Harry Maguire stay? I think they will keep Maguire in a way. But if you're going to play like in a high line, Harry Maguire will not suit you whatsoever. So terms and centre backs, right? We have Leny, Yoro. We have definitely Chalobah linked there as well. But there's also Cheep like Tosin, as I said. So I don't think there's nothing else in there. Scalvini also we've been linked to. But I think they're looking on the French market there and potentially get one free in there. So in that case, who would you take, guys? Who would you take as a center back? Would you take like Leny, Yoro, or would you actually take let's say Chalobah or Chalobah? I don't know. I'm rather, because I can understand the thinking. They're going for the younger players, like Leny Yoro is a fantastic player, right? Ball carrying, good center back, like right-footed, right? And I understand why they're looking at Braintwaith, because he's left-footed, but he's also two-footed. So we're looking to have two center backs for each position, right? Let me know in the chat, what do you think, right? What do you think? Who do you think that United will sign in the center back position? Will it be Leny Yoro? Will it be Chalobah? Will it be a Braintwaith? And do you think Chalobah is the shit? I don't think so. Can't see Scalvini leaving, what you're saying here. I can't see him either, right? Origami, what you're saying here. We'll basically revamp the data science and elite performance. That's what it is. 100%. Elite performance, peak performance. One thing that I'm excited about, what they promise to do, is to revamp Carrington. That is the sports science department, right? We've been struck by 45 different types of injuries and muscle strains injuries and stuff like that. And I saw something today, breaking news, that we are getting the physiotherapy from Arsenal. So we actually recruited the head doctor of physio from Arsenal, which people call Dr. Death. And now we are recruiting a lead physio also from Arsenal, apparently. God, what is this with the club session to get Dr. Deaths in, right? The proof will be in the pudding. But at the end of the day, guys, we also heard that they're going to upgrade the facilities, like at Carrington, the training, gym, everything. So that's 100% needed, right? Because that's probably been the root cause for all the injuries, not being able to have proper staff to take care of the, players, massages and stuff like that, and ice baths and, ultrasound stuff like that, Any news about De Serbi? That is kind of quiet, and that is a surprise, man. I also wonder about that, man, because that's gone very quiet. Nobody's talking about De Serbi. You know what? I have a sneaky feeling that De Serbi is still lingering on. He wants to play in the, he wants to remain in the Premier League. The door is closed in Italy. You look at Juventus; they don't want him. He's not going to Juventus, not going to Milan, he's not going to Napoli. Bayern has already appointed the coach. Barcelona has appointed the coach, Hansi Flick. Chelsea's already appointed the coach in terms of Maresca, Enzo. So what's left? It's United that's left. So here we go. We got 3 managers just in case, circling around Ten Hag just in case he loses his job, which is De Serbi, Poch, and Tuchel. Out of those 3, honest to God, if Ten Hag, if they decide to part ways with Ten Hag, out of those 3, like, who would you pick? I don't want Tuchel. Tuchel is like, just because he's won Champions League, but Tuchel throws his toys out of the pram, right? Poch is the bottler. De Serbi, he's a more of the hipster, advanced coach that is progressive. So yeah, he plays nice style of football. He plays more of a possession-based football, which they are looking for. So in that case, De Serbi, yeah, but nobody really knows, right? It's like the buyout clause for De Serbi is 5 million, and who's going to trigger that, right? So I don't know, man. I know the Araujo is for sale, Jack. I know it's Barcelona are kind of putting pressure on it to, sign a new contract for less money, right? They need money. I know. I know. There was a report that were linked to them. I know that John Murta, when he was over there, a couple of months ago, they presented Araujo to him and also Frankie de Jong, but I don't think we're going to go for that. Danny B, what you're saying here, toss in for height, Todibo for progressive passing, yeah, and ball carrying. And Anselmino is one. Yeah, that is a one that's kind of lingering on, for 18 million from Boca, right? That is the young vision, 100%. Crippen, what you saying? Yeah, good evening, Lisa. How you doing? Sandra Myers, what are you saying here? Mick Tossin is a no-brainer. Yeah, he can toss the salad. It's a no-brainer. You can toss the salad with that one. It's free, 100%. Listen, I definitely, if it was my choice, right? This is what I would do, Sandra and everyone else. We need to have the center back sorted first. The back line is the most important thing in this transfer window. Let's move it by position, right? Center back, 100%. I would go for toss in there, right? Then I would go for Todibo and Leny Yoro. Who would I choose between Leny Yoro and Tossin? I think Leny Yoro. I think so. But then Todibo is more experienced. Like Leny is just 19. So we need a little bit of an age and experience there. But then we're going to move on to the left back situation. And this is something that I say, well, why are we linked to a left back? Is there something going on? Will Luke Shaw leave, or will they sell, Malacia? Something is going on there. Why are we being linked with it? Because it's been early said that United are looking to spend 25 million maximum of a English Premier League proven young left back. And I was like, well, if they're looking and they're going to promote, academy player Harry Ames, why are they looking to sign another left back? If you have Tyrone Malacia, you have Luke Shaw, you have Harry Ames, 3 centre-backs there. Left backs, sorry. Centre-backs. So that got me thinking that something is brewing there. Either one of Luke Shaw or Malacia will be shipped off. But strong reports are coming out, and we're looking at the Bournemouth centre-back, Milos Kerkez, the Hungarian one. Amazing. He's he's still young. He's 20 years of age, right? Market value is on 20 million euro. But we are heavily linked to that. That is according to Alex Crook from Talk Sports, and various media are reporting. And I know we've been looking at him. So Milos Kerkez, if you haven't watched him, very kind of ball progressive, good defensive, go bombing forward, center back, good breakup of the play, tall as well, explosive. I like him a lot, right? 20 million, but we can get him for 25 million euro. But it's led to believe that since Manchester United coming in and knocking on Bournemouth's door, they're probably going to say, he's United. Let's extort him 30 million, right? What do you think? What are you saying about Milos Kerkez, right? The little that I watched in the Premier League, he looks amazing, right? And this is the one for the future. So all of a sudden, you might have Milos Kerkez there instead of Tyrell Malacia or instead of Luke Shaw, and you might play Harry Amas. What are you thinking? Danny, you rather go for Madsen that is on loan on Dortmund? Yeah, he's on a free, 100%. We're going to talk about Madsen as well. Origami, what you're saying here, this is your preference. 2 right centre backs, toss in Todabo. Yes, that's a good one. Good shout out. 1 left centre back, Lukimi, CDM, Amrabat permanent deal. Fofana, yep. Yeah, Fofana is also good. Striker, Xerxes, and Pavlidis as well. Look, I agree that, tossing in Todabo, that is a no-brainer, 100%. Lukimi, I don't see if we are linked to him. I'm talking about Milos Kerkez here. At the end of the day, guys, they're probably going to go for the cheap because it's been reported for their left back position. They don't want to spend more than 25 million pounds on it, right? If they're going to spend, right? If they're going to spend. In terms of the midfield positions, yeah, I agree with you. Amrabat, we need to sort of have that discussion, right? It was sad to see that we never used Amrabat until the end of the season. We actually put him in the right position, and boy, did he cook, 100% he did. But there's other Italian clubs now sniffing on that deal, they want Amrabat to come back to Italy, not Fiorentina, but 20 million. You can even negotiate that one. If you're looking to buy players on the cheap, right? If you're willing to splash the cash on 25 million euros or pounds for a left back, then 25 million for to retain Amrabat that already understands this culture. He's been Premier League experience for 1 year. It's proven that if you give him a run of games, he can be there. But we need another one. We need 2 because Casemiro is reporting to leaving to Saudi, for, I don't know, 50 million euros or something, right? Yolo is saying Amrabat will talk with the club in the next couple of weeks. Thank God. Alhamdulillah. I want Amrabat to have a conversation. I want them to sit down and say, look, Amrabat, you've been doing great. You took us to the FA Cup. Reward the guy, right? Reward the guy. What you saying, Abedo? I want Thomas Tuchel and Joe Felix, Todibo Olise, Anthony Silva. United is better. Listen, nobody really knows. Everyone is reporting different reports who we're linked to. Even I don't get nothing from the market at the moment. It is dead silence. So one thing that INEOS has managed to do is totally isolate, no communication, no leaks. It's totally shut down. It's like they've been locking themselves up in a bunker, like in a green room. Like, you know what I mean? When you go into war, they just lock themselves out. We come out in 2 weeks. Now, what you're saying here, my friend, we need 2 centre-backs, CDM, creative winger, and a striker. Let's talk about... okay, we were talking about the midfield. Yeah. So we definitely need a midfield, and the one we are looking at is 100% Fofana. 25 million pounds, 1 year left on his contract. And this is where the links come. We're looking at players that have 1 year left on his contract, right? Fofana is the one that I would see coming in to play the number 6. But what about the box-to-box, right? We still have Kobe Mainoo. We still have Collier. Will also be the youngster from the youth academy coming up in the first team. And we still have Dan Gore coming back from loan as well. So we be pretty much okay, I think, there, right? I'm just thinking what INEOS is thinking right now. How can we optimize and spend as little as possible? So I see us making one signing there in the center defending midfield because that's the priority. Will they go for a box-to-box? Maybe they will go for a free. And we're going to talk about the free signings later, right? Later in this show. So stick around for this one. But in terms of moving on to the winger situation, what you guys are mentioning as well. Olise, right? This has been something that's been brewing ever since February. Like Michael Olise to United, he's a United fan. But I think that it all depends on what they're going to do with, Sancho, what they're going to do with Greenwood, what they're going to do with Pelistri. Because the wingers for me is, we're chock-a-block there, right? We have wingers enough. We have Rashford, Amad Diallo. We have, who do we have? Anthony. We, you see, right? Pelistri. We have enough wingers actually, right? But and Sancho on loan. So there's the thing, right? So I think that they are looking at, they flipped every stone to say, well, what if we recall Greenwood? Then we don't have to buy anything. What if we recall Sancho? We don't have to spend anything because technically they're still Manchester United employees, right? Out on loan. But the loan deal is expired, so they cannot loan them out again. So either they have to sell them or return them back. And this is the dilemma what they have. But according to a tweet from the Academy Scoop today, the Manchester United fear they can miss out on signing Michael Olise because Chelsea is growing increasingly to confidence securing the Crystal Palace star signature to Manchester United. And this is what I'm fearing. If we are sitting on our hands like we used to do, deliberately, should we sign him? Should we not? Chelsea would just swoop in, right? We need to be swift on the market. We cannot come back at the end of the Euros and start doing business, like panicking what we used to do. That is the Glazers 2.0. That is like, Matt Judges and, the way it used to be with with Murta, right? So, guys, at the end of the day, like, Michael Lee's fantastic play, but do we really, for me, it's not a priority signing. The winger, that can wait. What are you saying? What do you think? Sandra Myers is saying that Amrabat is a must. Funny he's being the team since Wilcox is right. Yeah, 100%. But talk to me regarding Michael Olise, right? Talk to me. Mark, I know you're a big advocate to bring back Greenwood. He's one of the best creative wingers in Europe. If you're talking about from a football ability, Greenwood is amazing. But the question is, if he returns back, the repercussion, he will get slaughtered by fans, right? No matter where he goes, they will shout, they will abuse him, So you got to ask the question about Greenwood. Do you want that? You're a family man. You have a daughter. You're married now. Do you? I think you don't want to be abused. So perhaps it's better for him to play in the continent, right? But I agree what you're saying there. 100% agree what you're saying here. Anything what you're saying about... No, nobody has an opinion of Michael Olise. Big up Andy Cooper, what you're saying. We are broke. INEOS are imbeciles. Please save yourselves the heartbreak. We'll be shopping at the flea market. You've been reading my mind. Well, the proof will be in the pudding, guys. I'm just, as a fan, I'm just looking at the both sides of the story. I want us to go to the market like it's, splash the cash. I want us to win next season. I want us to challenge for the league and all that stuff. But realistically speaking, when you're looking what they're doing, they're not in a rush. That's the INEOS motto, right? They're going to have patience. They're going to do it slowly. Yeah. Perhaps win the league in 5 years. So there is a process, marginal gains, right? Performance. They're a little bit geeks when it comes to that. If you look into INEOS. You're still debating about Casemiro out, Amrabat in next season. God. All right. So listen, at the end of the day, when it comes down to Michael Olise, I said my say. I think he's a brilliant player, right? But, if we're going to snooze, we lose. Chelsea is definitely sniffing around him. And it ain't matter. Like, he wants to know what's going on. Like, even if you're a Manchester United fan, money talks, right? If Manchester United is not coming in for you, deal is on the table. Chelsea is pulling the trigger. He will go. He lives in London. Probably goes to London. But also, another thing is regarding Jadon Sancho here. Now, this is Dortmund playing the game, right? Dortmund is saying that we want Greenwood potentially for a loan. Or they're being cheeky bastards, right? They have money. And by the way, they're playing in the Champions League final tomorrow. But Dortmund, according to the Sky Sport, is saying Dortmund can't afford to sign Jadon Sancho. They can't afford him. Seriously? On a permanent deal. They sold us, they mugged us. We bought them for 75 and we want 50 and they can't afford it. Of course they can afford it. They're playing the game. Okay, let's start from a tweet again. Dortmund cannot afford to sign Jadon Sancho from MUFC on a permanent deal as it stands. The whole package is too expensive for them. Another loan deal could be possible for them. You see how they're trying to milk it the cow here? Mugs. They're cheeky. Seriously. Deal or no deal. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm fearing, is because they need to sell Sancho, or Sancho needs to come back, because they're not going to loan him out again. Right? The same situation happens with Greenwood. They are stuck in limbo at the moment. And this is why it's taking so long time for them to deliver it. What should we do? They're panicking. It's panic at the disco. 2 players that they need to get rid of. Greenwood and Sancho. Right? Sancho doesn't gel with Ten Hag. Perhaps if we get rid of Ten Hag, we can save money on Sancho. He can play for us. Yeah? Good. Good. The problem is the Sancho, he doesn't receive his criticism for not putting in effort. He did it at City. He was getting complaints from Dortmund as well. And same thing with what he tried to, Ben McCarthy was trying to sort him out as well, having a conversation. He said, well, if I do apologize to the managers just wanted an excuse. And he said, well, if I do apologize, then acknowledge that I am lazy. You are fucking lazy, donkey. You're sitting at home playing FIFA, rocking up late for training, having this, right? Come on, man. I don't want to see Jadon Sancho, the spit on this badge, ever again in his club. Especially when it came to Dortmund and kiss the badge and say, I'm home. And well, stay there. And basically, Dortmund is trying to sort of be a little bit cheeky to say, like, well, we don't want to, we can afford him. We can afford him on a permanent deal. Bullshit. You can afford him, right? The money you're going to get from the Champions League final, of course you can afford him, right? They're just trying to hover on the cheap. Yeah. Or we can also take, like, Greenwood on a loan. Seriously. We are done with this Library FC, people. We need to sell. This is the big focus this winter. We need to sell. If we can't sell, we have to retract them back. What you guys saying here? We need Olise. We have another Ahmad. We don't need Olise. We need Amama. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. Sancho is rubbish, according to you, number one MILF Hunter. The Premier League, though. The thing is, he couldn't cut the mustard. And Sancho, for me, at Premier League, right, you don't get much time on the ball. You know how it is. It's the most brutal league in the world. Like, you don't have much time on the ball. But if you come down to Germany, Italy, they give you a little bit more time. And this is where they shine, right? So you got to be fast on your feet. You got to be fast thinking. And it hasn't really cut the mustard. Like, he hasn't really make it. And it's been so at Dortmund as well this season as well, right? What you're saying, Gordon, got to start Ahmad some minutes, 100%, right? And you bring back Pelistri. Never been given a chance. Yeah, true. Remember, it's all about opinions. Opinions. Yeah, I do. And here's the thing, right? I'm starting to lean that way. We have Ahmad. We bought him in about 3 years ago, like from Atalanta. We paid £35 million for it, right? Best up-and-coming talent, right? Wing talent. We're starting to sort of develop and starting to see what he's all about. Why would you sort of go and splash the cash on Michael Olise? You have Ahmad there already. Play Ahmad, right? You have Garnacho already integrated into the team. Yeah, you have Ethan Wheatley as well. Shea Lacey as well is one of them as well. Brilliant. But somebody's got to decide what to do with Pelistri. But I don't think Pelistri is coming back, though. I think they're going to sell him. I agree with you. Never to do business with Dortmund again. They just mug you. Help me, Mayday. We're sinking. What you thinking about? Yeah. Yeah. Hit that like button, please. So Sancho needs to be sold. The club needs to decide what to do with Greenwood. At the end of the day, it's a shambles. If they don't do, he will come back for a preseason training, and there's nothing the club can do, right? He might even be part of the USA tour. For me, I don't mind, but I don't want to see Sancho back, right? Whatsoever. So it's going to be interesting couple of 2 weeks, guys. Regarding Rashford as well, if we're going to talk about Rashford, if you guys saw the tweet that it came exclusive, that Marcus Rashford is now fully focused. He's doing a Rocky Balboa, going to summer camp training, but listen where he's going, right? Marcus Rashford is fully focused on returning to his old form. He's determined. He has booked individual training in Dubai at the end of the month, June, with a specialist, fitness and conditioning. Guys, I used to live in Dubai for 9 years. They got the best VIP nightclubs in the world. I promise you. You will spend the cash like a motherfucker there. So why Dubai? You could have gone anywhere else. Seriously. And in June is the hottest month down there. You're talking about 40 degrees, 45 degrees Celsius. Right. So instantly, like, yeah, good. Get back to your form, Marcus, right? Get back to your form. Work on your mental, but work on your conditioning. Work on, being injury-free. But why Dubai, man? Anyway, that's just me laughing because I'm thinking about the Belfast incident. So, VIP, here we come. Yeah. Anyway, this is me having a Friday laugh at the end of the day. What's Garnacho's best position? Left wing or right wing? Man, Jay, he's versatile. Like, basically when we played the FA Cup, I think he was best on the right. What do you reckon? What is Garnacho's best position? Is it left or right wing? Left? I can do both, guys. Let me know in the chat what you think. Philip, what are you saying here? What's the latest on Erik ten Hag job as your manager? Well, nothing has really come up more than what last time I said, that the sporting people. I mean, this is a little bit of a clash of titans at the moment. You have the new board, which is pretty much consisting of INEOS people, right? You have Omar Barada there. You have Jason Wilcox sitting there talking, and you have also Jean-Claude Blanc. Yeah, both of them three are being the champions from Erik ten Hag, and they say basically there's no other manager out there at the moment that we see can do what you want, right? So Erik is the man. And then you have pretty much the Dodgy Day, which is playing the devil advocates, that's been pushing for the, British managers like Southgate, Potter, and all that stuff. So I think most likely what is worth to mention that this end of the season review has been heavily painted by British media and other sports media to say that this is only focused on Ten Hag, which is not. It's got everything to do with the budgets, the transfers, cutting down costs, and they all have to sit there and vote it through. And this is the problem, what I see, because all of a sudden you have a board consisting of INEOS people and Glazer people, and they all have to agree, vote. So for me, I don't believe what some certain media say because they don't have a Scooby-Doo. If Ten Hag has gone on a holiday and they sack him within 2 weeks, doesn't really make sense, right? Euro starts in 2 weeks, preseason after 4 weeks. Doesn't really make sense, man. And if they do that, they're cowards, really cowards. They could have told him in his face. They could have actually dismissed him before the FA Cup. So the longer it goes, obviously, things have changed. I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're discussing a new contract. Because basically when Ten Hag signed a new contract, he had more recruitment power. They don't want to have the manager to have more recruitment power. They want him to be a head coach. I don't know. The latest what I heard is that's what it is, right? So we will find out sooner or later, right? There will be a financial statement out, what the plan is, what they're going to do in the summer. If you look at it like, Omar Brada starts in 2 weeks as well. So yeah, there will be a full force there. So, man, it's sad at the moment. But I don't think we're going to move in the transfer market until hate to say it. Perhaps, I don't know. I don't know when we're going to move. Transfer window opens in 2 weeks. So far, we've seen Casemiro potentially leaving, Varane leaving, Eriksen will be leaving. There's just focusing on lowering down the wage bill, basically, to generate money for the window. And then we probably see that we are moving for the centre-back position. I think they're going to build from the centre-back first, and then they're going the midfield, and then the secondary striker as well. Mark, what you believe that they are going to keep Ten Hag and announce 3 signings in 1 week and 3 outgoings? That's what you think. What you're saying here, Brendan, I agree. Club comes first, and if you get 350 a week, you better win for us than win for the league 100%. Mark is always optimistic. You know, Mark is always optimistic. What you're saying here, United need to be active in the end of the window when we buy players. Nobody wants to do the double the price. No. The longer you wait, the more the price goes up. And one thing that I hate regarding the striker position is Benjamin Sesko. Arsenal is now in pole position. We've been sitting there dilly-dallying, right? Of course, the agent's been speaking how much salary is going to offer. Apparently, they are favorites to sign Benjamin Sesko for 45 million. I don't know. It's all down to Sesko what he wants, right? What are you saying here? Will you do a calling? Yeah. I will open the line, basically, guys. So just want to talk to you about that, and I want to go into the free market. Guys, join me for the free market now, because I want to open up and hear what you have to say. I will paste the link. Zeus, if you're there, my friend, you asked to join. Please check out the link here that I'm pasting in the chat. Mark, anyone that wants to come in and have a say, what do you think about the transfer window? Use a camera, use a mic, and talk to me. The link is pasted here. Let's talk. Let's have a discussion. What do you think? And how you doing? Hope you're drinking a good beer Friday, relaxing, chilling. 95 of you watching at the moment. Smash the like button. It's more of a chill reflection of the what's going on here in the transfer market and just us having a discussion. Tired of this situation with Ten Hag in, Ten Hag out. Just club make a decision. We need to move on. Everything needs to be aligned. Can we have an agreement, a green light? Because I think they're sitting here discussing the green light certain position what they can go for, right? So some people saying, well, what if it's Ten Hag? No. No matter who they are getting as a manager, the club is already deciding we are going for this kind of type of player, and whoever comes in just has to deal with it, right? What are we saying here? Yeah, we can win with the right squad, Jack Hoff. We can. But listen, we are on the right path. Sure. To get the sporting people in is good. They're not there yet. But what are we doing? Are we just going on youth? We cannot win on youth. It's going to take 3 years. Like Arsenal, right? Look at Arsenal. I think they're looking at the Arsenal model, like, what Arteta did when he brought out a lot of youth, got rid of like Aubameyang and all that. And look at them now, right? They're cooking at the moment, right? It's taking them 3 years. So I don't see us being like competitive for another 3 years, right? And it could be what you're saying here. Jack, what you're saying here. Not with the Rashford as a start. No, I don't think they're going to sell Rashford at the end of the day. I don't think so. Dugable, I'm excited to see what INEOS will do. Should be interesting. It's either they're going to, one thing that we know they're going to do is evidently they are slashing the cost. They're doing the open heart surgery. Within the staff, everything, they're cutting down the budgets. No more lavish spending. Yeah, that's number one, what we're seeing. Number two is they're looking performance manager. How can we optimize this current squad? That's what INEOS is all about. Marginal gains, right? Obviously. And probably they're going to sort of integrate some academy players, which I like. But then in terms of recruitment, this is where it gets tricky, right? Under 25, no more than 60 million pounds. And they're looking on the cheap. So we're going to look at the, if nobody's coming in to have a say, Arsenal won nothing. Yeah, absolutely, Rich. They have won shit. We had a better season, according to what people are saying. Let's have a look at, potential talk about players that are available for free. Let's have a discussion regarding that. People come in and have you say, I pasted the link here again and do it now. It's a call in. Hey, Zeus, you're at work. Yeah, fine. Next time, buddy. Anyway, I'm going to share the screen here. Hang on, where are we? Present, share screen. Bear with me. Yeah. So, remember that there was reports coming out that United are looking at players for that has 1 year left on this contract, or, that has, going for free, right? Now, this is actually what they're doing, right? So this is a report, players out of contract 2024, the top free agents available to sign this summer. Right, let's go over it. So these are players free to sign. Guys, Rabiot. I know we are heavily linked to Rabiot. He's a free agent, 29 years of age. Some people say I don't want him, but he's been doing fantastically well at Juventus. Rabiot, for me, it's a no-brainer. The problem is the wage demands and his mother, his agent. We've been snubbed by him twice, right? But if they're freeing up the wages, there is room for Rabiot. And we need a little bit of experience. He's a little bit of on box to box, right? 100%. What you're saying here, Brendan, and indeed is also for free. So now we're talking about the box clever stuff. We talk about what we're currently linked on with the market. But if you are looking at getting things for cheap, then Rabiot is here. You also have Mario Hermoso, right? Which is an Atletico Madrid, center defender midfielder, right? 28 years of age. He spent 5 years at Atletico Madrid when he won the league title in 2021. Central defender is now on the hunt for a new club. Hermoso, right? With his contract expiring, and Aston Villa is now sniffing around looking to sort of get him, right? And we know how Una Emery has connections down there. So Una Emery will be all over Mario Hermoso. So we have a central defender midfielder in Hermoso, free, which is 28 years of age, right? Oh, God. So, Rabiot, let me hear what you say. If it's for free, we need squad depth, right? Rabiot, I can see them doing that, right? Hermoso, I can see them doing that. Now, they listed Rafael Varane, which is our player, right? That's gone. Anthony Martial is a free agent as well. But Tosin is another one we'll be talking about as a centre defending midfield, as a centre back. Tosin, Chelsea are the latest club to be linked to the Fulham now. Defender. Newcastle, us, and Chelsea. Who blinks first here? You got to snap him up right now. But Tosin is probably sitting there. Listen, guys, I love to be at Manchester United, but listen, who is going to be your manager? We don't know yet. Okay, well, I might go to Chelsea. I might say yes to Newcastle, right? This is the problem. So we need to sort that out ASAP, right? So Tosin is for free. We have Mario Hermoso, which is a center midfielder. We have Adrian Rabiot as well in the midfield, which is more of box-to-box number 8 as well, right? Tosin, no-brainer. Rodriguez, defensive midfielder as well. Heavily linked with moving to Barcelona, though, from Real Madrid Betis. Contracts expire. He's 30 years of age. Maybe a little bit too late, right? Age profile doesn't fit Rodriguez. But if you can get him for free, sign a 1 year or 2 year contract, right? Lloyd Kelly, Newcastle have been rumored to sign Bournemouth's defender. This is something that fits the INEOS profile. Lloyd Kelly, Bournemouth, made 25 appearances last season. For the Cherries, Kelly can play as a central defender and a left back, and reportedly been attracting interest from elsewhere too. So multiple positions, left back, and also, central defense. Lloyd Kelly can be something that they're looking at, we know we've been linked to a sort of a left back, but we're also looking for a left-footed centre back, and Lloyd Kelly can play both positions like, Luke Shaw used to do. Ross Barkley is already gone, Ivo Bosic. Kelly's going to Newcastle, I think. It's still an open market, Danny B. But I'm just giving you an example of what is free on the market. So for me, Lloyd Kelly could be the one that we've been fitting because, he's the type of Luke Shaw, can play both left-sided centre-back and also left-back. Yeah. Thiago Alcantara, my God, this guy is cooked, right? He's still there. Don't really want to mention his name. Luka Modric. Big up Luka, still going strong, but it most likely looks like he's going to be going as a coach. Or maybe he will go to Saudi Arabia. Here's another one that somebody mentioned before. Mats Hummels, Borussia Dortmund, right? He's played a big part in his side reaching the Champions League. And he's playing tomorrow, right? So he's been there, like, he's spent 12 years at Borussia Dortmund. So he's shown that he's got plenty to. Sorry, I got to switch off this bloody AC. I'm getting like, sorry about that one. Hummels. No. What do you think about Hummels? I like to get a Ross Barkley, what you're saying here, to replace Ericsson, but he's gone. He's gone. I can see you. Varane going to Chelsea. Oh, hell no, Sadiq. Oh, what if Chelsea? Oh, what if Villa? What if any Premier League club snatches off? That would be a smack in the face. Shit. Imagine if one of the Premier League clubs snatches up our Varane, man. I'd be fuming. But I don't think so. They probably have to pay the wages. Stories saying Barkley wouldn't make a bark at night. Yeah, I agree. Luca is getting another contract with Real Madrid. Is he? It's probably the latest. Hummels won the World Cup in 2014. Yeah, that's how old he is, right? I think he's reaching about his prime of his career. Anyway, I think Ross Barkley is going. I can't remember where's Ross Barkley. I think it's Villa. Ross Barkley is going to, guys. Marcus Roos as well, another Dortmund players, right? Teammate Marcus Roos has confirmed he's leaving the club after the summer, after spending 12 years there, right? Roos is not the attacking threat. He's once was, but he's not the. No, it's another deadwood. Joel Matip. Forget about Joel Matip, ex-Liverpool scouser. Yuck. But here's one that I'm thinking as well. Rafa Silva from Benfica. 31 years of age. I know that we are looking for a striker. I'm probably looking for experienced striker. If we are not going for Benjamin Sesko, we're not going to pull the trigger. Rafa Silva could be an option, right? He's going to be more a winger. He's been playing like as a false number 9, but it looks he's going to be leaving this summer, right? His contract's expiring. 31 old, scored 22 goals, assisting 15 times in all competitions this season. What are you saying about Rafa Silva? He's for free. Portugal, connection, Bruno Fernandes, Rafa Silva, right? Would that make any sense? Give him a 1-year contract, maximum 2 years of contract. Yeah, Rafa Silva, Glazers will love that deal, what you say. Yeah. Yeah. Rose is a good player, what you're saying, but he's made of paper machine. No. 80 million for what? No chance. No, he's for free, guys. Rafa Silva for free. And Keylor Navas is back, 37-year-old goalkeeper. Here's what I'm seeing, right? I'm seeing we are linked to getting rid of our goalkeeper, number 2 goalkeeper, to, I think it was to Scottish League. I think it was to Glasgow Rangers or something, or Celtics. We talked about Alta Bayandi. They only play 1 game for Manchester United. It's going there for a 4 years contract. So I can see us going in for Keylor Navas, right? 37-year-old goalkeeper. Will leave PSG after expiration of his contract. He had a loan spell to Nottingham Forest in the second half of 2022-23 campaign and will be looking to get back to playing regular football behind end of his go to Saudi. But I can see the club doing this. We need a second goalkeeper. Just get an amateur in there. Get an older goalkeeper. There's going to be just there, being the number 2. Navas on a free. Yeah, Bayander to Celtic. That's like so sad to get like an up and coming best Turkish goalkeeper. Is like, he's the goalkeeper for Turkish national team just to sit on the bench. Of course, you want to play football. So yeah, it was unnecessary. So get a Navas on a free. Yeah, get him on a free. Paul Webby, what you saying here? David mentioned players over 25. So INEOS, I'm with the Hummels and all of the rest. Forget what we are. You're mentioning the older guy, Barkley, and the rest of the things. Yeah, I know. But this is to look at players that are on a free, right, on the contract. So they might make an exception. They might even go for players that are free. Like, this will not cost us anything, and they have experience. Like Rafa Silva, 31 years of age. They might give him a 2 years contract, 1 year contract. 22 goals, 15 scored 15 times. You're not gonna burn out Rasmus Højlund. So yeah, you're gonna look at Spinazzola. Left back looks to leave Roma, right? He played 36 times in all competitions last season and impressed the Euros with Italy 2021 before the tournament. So Spinazzola, left back, looks being available. Not bad. Spinazzola. There's not. We don't even want to talk about Alexis Sanchez. Forget about Wilfred Ndidi. Here we go. Now we're cooking, guys. Now we're cooking with the Premier League proven place. Wilfred Ndidi is free. He won the Champions League with Leicester City. The club promoted him back to Premier League the past season, but 7-year spell at the club looks like becoming to an end, where the 27-year-old is set to move on. His contract is ending. This is a no-brainer. Wilfred Ndidi, what you guys saying? We know we are looking for a number 6. Ndidi, Fofana. Why are we even looking at Onana from Everton? We have Ndidi. I was really impressed with Ndidi when he played for Leicester. Look, this is a no-brainer for me. Premier League proven, Ndidi. Why are you saying no, Danny B? I'd say you got to be box clever here. You got to look at players that are for free. What happened to Ndidi? Value was a 70 million. Well, he ran down his contract, man. He's for free. He's a free agent. And this is why I'm saying we can capitalize on getting Ndidi. I'm on a permanent plus deal Ndidi for free. There you go. 100%. Problem solved. You have your number 6 position free. Dele Alli, whatever happened to Dele Alli? I don't know. Shea Adams as well. The striker for Southampton. Scoring 16 league goals along the way, but his contract's up for the summer. So another Premier League proven, Shea Adams, right? If you're looking at strikers, we know that they are looking for strikers, Premier League proven as well. Shea Adams, not bad. Shout, is it, right? I don't know. What you guys think? So Dele Alli, I don't know. Wilfred Ndidi, yes, Premier League proven, number 6. Striker, Shea Adams, no. I know. Say no. Mark is saying no. Yeah. Ryan Sessegnon. Oof. Fulham. Another one for free. The Spurs reject. Wissam Ben Yedder as well. Leaving Monaco after 5 seasons with the club. He scored 16 goals in 32 leagues won last season. Impressive record of 259 goals in 513 career games means he surely will not be short of options this summer. Ben Yedder, another striker. Ben Johnson looks like he's the one that's running. David De Gea is still on the list, guys. David De Gea, still on the list. Where are you? Will you come in and have a chat with me? Who do you think? I'm posting it here. Come in, have a talk. This is the free list. David De Gea. Should we take back David De Gea, guys? What do you reckon? As the number 2 goalkeeper. Ole wanted Ben Yedder. Yeah. Ole wanted Ben Yedder. Mark, put your camera on if you're there.
I don't have. Hey Mick, I don't have the setting thing for my camera today, so.
Okay, Mark. What's your initial thoughts? Like, we have David De Gea as a free agent still as a goalkeeper. As a goalkeeper, we also have Keylor Navas as well, right? I don't think.
But you can study bring back train, bring back De Gea as a backup. I think he wouldn't mind being a backup. It would be good to have him as a backup. I think, he knows what
Rushman. Yeah, that would be mad. Rushman said, beyond the leaving, get De Gea back as number 2, lol. Yeah, but that'd be mad.
That would be great. Right? I know we should have had all the time. We should have never let him go. I mean, we should have had a backup just in case, for alternate circumstances.
Everyone is going like, bring back David De Gea, Sadik.
The aim is to win games, Mick. The aim is to win football games on the pitch. It's not about being the most perfect football club. It's just about winning games on the pitch. And anything that helping us win games for the cheapest cost is what we should be doing right now. Because right now we have too many things to focus on.
So listen, let's start with midfielders, right? Okay, we talked about the centre-back positions, like centre-backs in terms of what we are linked with, heavily linked is definitely three centre backs. One is for free, which is Tosin, and then is what do you call it? Leny Yoro, 19 years of age, and then you have Todibo. Out of all of them, who would you go for? I mean, obviously, no brainer to
So
go with. Just go for
toss
the
in for
Tosin for
free.
free. Yeah,
For free, yeah, you must get tossed in for free. I mean, I think whoever is cheapest after that, because I don't think we have that much to spend. I think it's going to be a bit of
yeah,
a
yeah,
shortcoming in terms of what we could afford. So maybe let's say Todibo, if he's cheaper than Euro. I mean, I think Euro is 50 million euros. Todibo
yeah,
is what, 45? I mean, you could probably do a deal, pay 25 upfront and pay rest on installments. I don't know, something
yeah.
like that.
Something like that. Cool. So you agree that we need to sort of focus from the back first. But speaking about the back, Tom Heaton is also leaving as a goalkeeper. We're losing also Bayander to Celtic as well. So all of a sudden we don't have a number 2 and number 3 goalkeeper. So, that's kind of opened the door. We're looking at free agents like David De Gea. Will you speak to him? Say, hey, we give you 50K a week. Will you be our number 2 goalkeeper? Or will you speak to Taylor Navas as well to say, will you be our number 2 goalkeeper?
I rather talk to David and say, 50, 75K a week. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%. Guys, Madhouse is also approving. Get David De Gea back on 50K a league. Legend. I would love to have him back. 100%. Now, if we look at, you know, you do you fancy Rabiot as another midfielder for free?
100%. Like, yeah, listen, Rabiot brings experience and he's a register type midfielder. He's got those kind of midfielders that good on the ball, in terms of his aggressive ability, in terms of being combative. He could play a pass, he could score goals, and he's contribute. He's work hard. He's played
Yeah.
for France, and he's an integral part in any team that he plays for. So that's the biggest plus.
Yeah, no, I if it's for free, man, you just got to deal with his mother, the mother, the agent, right? So Veronique. So for me, I look at a professional, like he's been great at Juve, and then another one that is a number 6 is Mario Hermoso, right? So from Atletico Madrid, it's
Yeah, I mean,
28. You need a little bit of experience as well, right?
yeah, you have a pick. I mean, if we're looking at the free agent market,
Yeah,
Hermoso is not a bad choice. He's a decent baller. I
yeah,
think he will come with a different type of style. His experience will be, of course, crucial, but you have to remember he accustomed playing in Spain, having more time on the ball. It will take some time for him to adjust. So these are the only issues that you have to worry about in terms of him or
yeah,
Rabiot, because they coming from Spain and Italy,
yeah.
respectively.
I agree with Brendan is saying it's all about improving the squad, right? Once you get the best out of the squad, you can talk about players that can improve the squad. And I think that this is the way you look at it. This is what I call the flea market, which is players out of contract, right?
Oh,
So
yeah,
you got to
but
make a.
I feel like Brendan talking about the squad that we currently have, but in the reality of football is that the squad that we currently have, we already knew that most of them weren't getting the best out of some of them for previous managers. So I feel like we
Yeah,
tried the best for the last 18 months to get the best out of them under this
yeah,
manager. Some of those who were not cutting it, maybe we move them on and we add to the squad
yeah,
because
100%. And to clarify, Brendan was also saying we cannot buy a way out of this problem. It's all about getting the most out of current squad potentially, which we failed to do. And this was the original idea with this show today, because I've been thinking with INEOS, which is the performance management, Grenadier, INEOS Sports, for them, it's all about performance management. It's all about marginal gains. So I believe that they looked at the current squad and say, how can we improve this current crop of players that we are worth about 900 million British pounds, right? We're the most expensive squad. Why the output is not there? Right. So I bet they have looked at it and they are thinking about it. They say, how can we get the best out of them? And therefore, I believe that they're just going to focus on bringing up some youth, 3, 4, 5 academy players into the first squad. And they're going to look to bring in maybe 1 or 2, 3, 4, maximum 4 players, right?
I mean that's still
Yeah.
that's unnecessary, but what have to happen to the squad. It have to at the end of the day, you have to look at it like any other job. If you look at any other job, the employees are very important in terms of how the business is run. Because if employees are efficient, then everything works well. And it comes from you have to also be self-motivated as well. So I think there's a lot to go.
All right. So it's a split decision. Rushman say no thanks to Rabiot. We have a past history. Look, listen, it's hard to deal with the mother. Of course, I understand, right? Mario Hermoso, yeah, we can do that. But what about Ndidi, right, in the midfield for Leicester, free agent?
Yeah, but I think Ndidi's a good player, especially because he's for free. But I just want to pay attention to his injury record because it's not that great. And we want a DM that coming in to be available. You don't want a guy coming in and you have to worry about the backup being injured more than the player he come to back up at all.
Okay, if we look at another 30-year-old Guido Rodriguez, which is heavily linked to Barcelona from Real but Betis, right? Experience.
Yeah, Guido's not a bad player. I mean, you definitely need to get a player that have a certain amount of experience coming into that midfield. Most of our players for the next 18 months probably going to be coming into the squad going to be under 25. They're going to need some points of reference, whether it be in the defense or in attack, to learn from, build from. So, yeah.
Okay, that's the midfield then. We can forget about the German oldies, Hummels and Royce and stuff like that. But I want to stick on Lloyd Kelly from Bournemouth, right? This is somebody that is out of contract that, can both play left back and center defender.
Who's that?
Lloyd Kelly from Bournemouth. Bournemouth defender.
I think he's not a bad player. It's just
free.
On a free. Sign him up. On a free, sign him up. You know what I mean? I think we have
central defender and left back.
Yeah, we definitely have issues need shoring up in that position.
Left-footed. Perfect.
That's very important. So the only thing, we've seen with Bournemouth under Iraola this season that he has been able to play that sort of high line in provision of the game. So it might be a fit. Yeah,
if you stick on left backs, then you have also Spinazzola from Roma as well.
Spinazzola for me, I would go for Spinazzola because as an Italy fan, I watch a lot of Italy and I think he's a very, very good player. The only problem with Spinazzola is he had this injury a few seasons ago, and he's not been quite as intense as he was since then. So might be a gamble.
And as a striker, you said no for Che Adams. He's also on the free Premier League crew. No. You would not say no. Okay. And what else? Rafa Silva, Benfica, coming on his twilight.
I wanted Rafa Silva to come to United a few seasons ago, and we didn't get him. I think now is too late for Rafa Silva. I feel like I don't think he will translate in the British game as well because he need time on the ball. When he have time on the ball, he will do what he needs to do. But, you don't have that in the Premier League, so it'll be tough.
Fair enough. No, okay, well, that's pretty much it. What is on the free market list? So I just want to hear your thoughts and opinions because at the end of the day, it's all like it's all well and talking about like we're going to splash the cash here and there, but you got to be box clever as well. Like you got to understand what is available in the market, and that's why we did this as a community. To see, it's all about like building a winning squad, having a bit depth and experience. You cannot only go on youth. You need to add a little bit of a 27, 28-year-old. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
So these are the players that are available. And big up, we have a membership donation. Jonathan Liljenberg just gifted 5 memberships. Big up, Jonathan Liljenberg. Guys, thank you, Jonathan Liljenberg, for gifting 5 membership. King Eric Cantona 2020. Pull up your collar. King Cantona was gifted a membership by Jonathan Liljenberg. Bix Fitness was also gifted a membership. Crash Illustration was gifted a membership. Q was gifted a membership. Jonas Nilsson also was gifted a membership. Jonas Nilsson, you must be from Sverige. Oh, det måste det vara. Jonas Nilsson was gifted a membership. And big up, thank you, Jonathan Liljenberg, for gifting 5 memberships. Yes, cool. Guys, 50 likes, smash the like button, please. That's pretty much it. I mean,
I heard this guy speaking about strikers early on, and I feel like $17 million release clause for Serhu Garassi, is a really really good, you know,
17 million.
yeah, I
Grassy.
mean that's not a bad option. I mean it can't be any worse because we actually only have one striker Martial has left.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
Ireland, I mean, I know that I believe 100% that they're gonna promote young Ethan Wheatley into the first team,
They
but at
will.
the
He's
same
already
time,
promoted, by the way. He's already in there.
right? So
Yeah.
we still gonna need a next striker, and I think at 28 years old, Cyril Guirassy is going to come in and be able to, he might not have to start initially every single game, but he could come in and get a feel of the league, provide that experience. I mean, to Hoyland and the
Yeah.
other and young Wheatley. And we build from there. We have three strikers as options. We could rotate and see what works. We
Yeah.
have different options to work and how it
The,
goes.
the only problem that I have is our main target striker was what we are heavily linked to for at least 18 months is most likely ending up at Arsenal. And I don't like that. Even if he ends up at Arsenal, we're talking about Benjamin Sesko. I
Yeah,
would still
yeah.
like it. But I just think that we are going back. We're building first. We're going to recruit centre back, and then we're going to go midfield, and then last we're going to go look at the wingers and potential striker. I think we're going to do, and we're going to lose out on many deals here. So
Well, I
yeah,
mean, in terms of wingers, I think we stacked in that region. I think we need to sell players in terms of wingers as opposed to buy players. I don't think it's something we need, in this current market. I think what we need are mostly like midfielders and defenders in this moment and a striker.
yeah,
Now, I also fancy Benjamin Sesko. I've been wanting us to get him for the last 18 months. To be fair, we should have gotten him already.
yeah.
Um,
But another one that I really love us to do, but I don't think we will because Sport in Lisbon, they
oh,
really wants. Well, yeah,
19
Victor
million.
Victor Gökeres, like what this guy. Yeah, I've been following him from the Swedish national team as well. Like he's
Yeah,
a
he been
monster.
doing a madness.
Yeah,
Been doing a
he's like
madness over there.
45 goals or 40 goals and 16 assists in all competitions down there. Yeah, man, this guy is good. He's good.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Powerful fella too.
yeah. But you look at the strikers. Strikers in high demand. Like nobody want to trigger. Why is nobody trigger like the release clause for Victor Osimhen? Like Chelsea's backing up. Everyone's looking, but nobody wants to buy him, right? So,
Well, I mean,
man,
Victor Osimhen for me, kind of like Kvaratskhelia. They had really, I mean, good seasons last season, and this season
one
they've
good
been
season. Yeah,
really been off the game. I mean, Victor Osimhen, Lookman carried him at in AFCON
mm.
this season. He's not been scoring that many goals in Italy. Same thing with
Yeah.
Kvaratskhelia. So I feel like a lot of clubs wondering if maybe they could handle it. Maybe they want to see another 6 months of them moving Italy before they try
Yeah.
to go at them.
Guys, if anyone wants to come in and have a say, the link is pasted here. Just it's a StreamYard, and it's just following the link. Jump in, have your say. What you're thinking? Do you think what we're going to sign or not sign? I can see what Sadiq is saying. Sad to see a club looking like the bargain basement to buy players to compete with like a City, Chelsea, Liverpool, with Villa and Tottenham. And this is the thing what's bothering me, right? Because when they came in to say, "Oh, we want to sort of be the we want to knock down Liverpool and City and blah blah blah," but it doesn't look like they are doing that the right way. They're kind of using this like a vanity project. Do they really know what they're doing?
I
Question mark.
mean, I wouldn't really look at it as clear as black and white in terms of we looking in the bargain bin. I mean, of course, we're trying to do it a bit creative this summer, and we need to build squad depth. But just like Brendan was saying earlier, I think our squad still have some talent in it. So I think it's missing some players that could add that energy and a little bit more determination, with strong mentalities and help boost the squad. What I mean, and uplift
Hmm.
players that are already there as well. I feel like we've shown that if we play our best for 90 minutes, we could compete with Manchester City. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
I'm not going to say that players we don't want to change players because we want to play a certain style of play. Some players don't fit that.
I think.
So
Listen, man, it's clear to me. There's two positions we need to strengthen, and that is the centre back, and that is the midfield. The rest is good.
100%.
The rest is good.
The rest could be worked out in the sense that we could add a striker late in the window. I mean, because
That's
from
what I'm
my
saying. I think we will add the striker late at the window.
yeah, and from my perspective, a striker. I mean, we need a striker, but you don't need to get a big name. Really, you could get a striker who is doing average numbers. Let's say 15 to 20 goals a season in the for the last 2 or 3
Yeah, because
seasons.
you're banking the goals will come from the midfielders and wingers and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah, you want the goals to spread apart. You want you're
like
banking on
Arsenal did,
Hoyland.
right?
Not
Like
just like
Arsenal.
Arsenal, but you have Hoyland. Hoyland scored what total output this season? 15 goals.
Mm.
So you're expecting him to contribute maybe 20 next season in total. And maybe the striker come in add 15 to 20. You have wingers. If Rashford stays, Rashford should be adding another 10 to 20
Yeah,
goals. So it's like what you're looking for is players that could score a goal for you in the
yeah, we need goal
you know
scorers. Yeah, Bruno can score goals. Ahmad, what Compost Murphy saying, could easily rotate up top with Hoyland up front as well.
yeah
He
I
could.
mean at the same time, it have a lot of strikers, guys, like if you really look at some of the different strikers, even some people might not fancy the guy, but because I fancy him, I've been watching him all season. At Getafe they have a striker called Boya Mayoral. He's pretty good. I think he's like around
Mm.
28 years old, and he's good. He's more like a poacher, some So and he's very good around the box, very clinical. I don't think he's gonna cost a lot of money. So and then there's the strike. There's two strikers over at Girona that do not madness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, dude, Rushman is saying I don't think we'll spend much money on a striker. I don't think so
Exactly.
either.
So
By the looks of it, and here's the feeling that I get what they're going to do on this market, right? They're not going to spend much money. They're
no,
not. That's the whole point of this show, and this is the whole point. What I started to sort of do the research to say these are the players that are free agents, and pick from there. I don't think they're going to go and splash the cash on us, to pay 60, 40 million, 60 million, 100 million on a striker. They're not. I think they're even going to go and speak to Juventus with Paulo Diabla, like, Dybala, 10
well, I
million.
mean Roma.
Yeah. Roma,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, I mean
10 million.
Olise is not a bad player to get in this squad. I mean, he plays in the midfield. He could come on for Bruno. He could play the false nine. I mean, a lot of people might not like him, but he's the kind of guy that could probably bring 20 goals into his squad. It's like that he's always contribute that average on every season, whether it's mostly assist or he's scoring at least 10. So, I mean,
Yeah,
if you
we had an opportunity. We had
to
an
bring
opportunity which we missed.
in
The
the
Brazilian
window,
striker,
yeah, Marcos Leonardo, 12 million euros would have been a steal.
man,
Steal.
we missed that one.
I mean, this is what I'm saying, Mick. They have others. There's this youngster from Argentina. I think he playing for River Plate.
Yeah.
21. Something
Yeah.
like a Marcos
Get
Leonardo.
something from South America on the cheap, right? Something like
I
15,
mean,
20.
yeah. I mean, it's not that bad. Like, I mean, think about it as not as bargain bin, but think about it as shopping creatively, because
Yeah,
what we need is a creative mix of talent to come into the club right now
that's it.
that could
That's it. We
improve
need.
what we have and
We have
make
a
our
joke.
players better.
We have a Friday joke from Redouan United. Evo, he's saying to Evo here, "Or get Sancho back and make player power FC great again."
100%. Evo smashing in
It's
on
a
Ten
joke.
Hag in the chat there. I want to argue with him, but I'm not in the chat at the
No.
moment, so I can't. But I feel like we have to look at things in a more holistic fashion. We change a whole new style of play. The
Okay.
academy just started playing that style of play. It's going to take time for everything to develop. Soon,
Madhouse is saying we'll spend 120 million tops.
yeah.
Maguire and Scotty are staying. What are you thinking?
No, I think maybe 150, and we might sell two players.
Listen,
So
I don't think they're going to sell Scott McTominay. I don't think they're going to sell Maguire. I think they're
no,
going
I
to keep
mean,
him.
I
And
think they might keep them
again,
as well. But
this is what I'm saying. This is the whole core of this stream. I think that they are looking at performance management to optimize current squad and spend as little as possible to get in a 1, 2, 3 potentially key signings this window and promote the academy players. I
I
think this is
mean,
the plan.
yeah, but I mean, if that's the plan, then fans had to be prepared that we're gonna fluctuate next season. I mean, I feel like we definitely will spend a little bit of money, but is how
Manos.
we spend the money. I mean,
Get,
I wouldn't,
get Giroud in.
I
He's going
wouldn't
to
mind
MLS.
going to
Yeah.
MLS though. That's the problem.
Yeah, it will be good for 1 year. Giroud. Basically, Rashmano, what you're saying here, whoever we get in as a striker, he needs to be happy playing the numbers second striker option, or ahead of Rasmus Højlund to learn.
I
You know
mean,
what? Either you get somebody that will start week in and week out, and Højlund comes off the bench, but still you paid 75 million for him. That's like that's a double-edged sword, right?
I
Maybe
wouldn't
Højlund
even.
would become.
I don't think we should even stress about that. To be fair,
No,
like
I don't. There's no
I think
stress.
whether the striker come, whether he start or not, I think the end of the day, whoever make the most out of their minutes will end the starting striker at the end incoming in the second half of the season, which is most important.
Yeah,
Competition is what you need. You want Hoyland to get
yeah,
better. If you bring a young striker, there's competition. If you bring
yeah.
an older striker, he could learn. So
Yeah, no, that's true. Origami saying the priority sales will be Williams definitely needs to go. Donny van de Beek, yeah, he's gone. Varane is gone already. Marshall is gone already. Pelistri will probably be sold as well, unfortunately. Lindelof, Maguire, Greenwood, and Sancho. This is probably the asset they're looking to sort of get rid of, and that's about it. That's probably going to be it, right?
probably, I feel like this might change. To be fair, I don't think Maguire going anywhere. I think you might have to. I think it's just gonna be Lindelof. I
I
feel
agree
like
what you're saying regarding Giroud. Like, very underrated striker. Like, still experienced striker. You need a little bit of experience there. Like,
man getting in goal and saving,
Hmm.
man making great saves as a goalkeeper.
Yeah. Anyway, there is about 100 of you tuning in live. If we can get a couple of likes, that'd be great. It's a Friday night show, more relaxed and chill, reflecting on what on earth is going on. Are we going to sign anything? It's not going to be Galactical signings. It's going to be more of cheap bargain signings, the way I see it. And I can see where this is going, right? But we definitely need to strengthen the centre back pairings. We don't need a left back, I don't think so. We don't need even a right back, I don't think so. We're good in that department, Mark. We just need midfield, centre back midfield, and potentially a striker. 3
I
positions.
think I think Wan-Bissaka leaving. I think he going to Milan, Inter Milan. So I think we're gonna get a right back. It's just who we gonna get as the right back. But I think that's gonna be a signing that comes based on the sale. So if he sell him to Inter Milan for 25, 30 million, we probably spend that 30 million plus 10 and get Frimpong or get another right back like Dumfries or something. I
Yeah.
feel that's probably gonna happen. But at the same time, other than that, yeah, I agree. I don't think we need too much to I think we definitely need
I can
grocery center
see
back.
a Welbeck incoming, or Callum Wilson type of player, or Shea
Uh,
Adams kind of player coming in, Premier League proven. It's all about squad depth and sharing the burden, right? That's what
yeah,
I see. I agree
I
with
wouldn't touch
Rashman saying there.
Callum Wilson injury prone.
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Maybe,
Oh
maybe I
God.
would go in for like I would go at Bournemouth and see if I could try to lure away
Or
Solanke.
maybe the strategies could also be like, for 1 year you get one of those experienced striker, Müller, Giroud, Dybala, like this kind of thing, right? Or get a Silva from Benfica, like for 1 year, right?
If you're
Just help us
saying
out for one
Muller,
year.
better we get Danny Ings. Being real. I'm being real
Danny
honest.
Ings, there we
Better
go.
Danny Ings than Muller.
Madhouse
I
is saying
told
Danny
you.
Ings. Well, we shall see. I don't think we're getting Tony. I don't think we're getting those type of strikers either. I think it will be kind of like an Uncle Iggy type, like Igalo, or something that will a Weghorst type of thing. Even get a loan striker in. Why not? Just get one a loan deal.
You see,
Problem
you see,
solved.
the thing is, I think the loan deal might be tricky. Is what kind of striker we're gonna get on a loan? I mean, I feel like most of the strikers that you would get that might be decent on a loan would be young strikers. I feel like the older strikers on loan would probably has been and washed up. To be fair, No
Anyway,
disrespect to them, but
no
you know what I mean.
disrespect.
I don't
So,
think good
guys,
strikers go on loan.
tomorrow Champions League, we're going to run up the stream. What we've spoken about is the uncertainty regarding what's going to happen with our manager. Still undecided. There's been reports coming out. We're not going to find out. Every transfer is kind of a little bit of on hold until everyone is there. 2 weeks maybe. Then Yoro starting. We don't really know. It's going to be a very interesting summer. I don't think we're going to spend big. For me, the big transfer window is to sort of get players out, and I always said that, right? I'm okay to embed youth. I understand they were building a new squad, a young squad, and it will be very interesting to see. But tomorrow is Champions League, the Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid. Mark, what is the mood down where you're living? You're living very close to Dortmund, right?
Well, yeah, they had a parade today. You know,
They had a parade.
Dortmund fans was in full march today. You know, the streets was filled with yellow. You know, so preparing themselves to go to war tomorrow. You know, because they definitely want to bring the Champions League home. You know, I would be tempted to say, you know, maybe they should, you know, get a result because they're the underdogs. But you know what? I think I saw a post from Jadon Sancho today saying that, you know, he probably will be back. And I was like, you know what? Ten Hag in, Dortmund lose, Madrid wins. Yeah,
We'll see.
we'll have the last laugh.
You will see the headlines if Dortmund wins tomorrow. It's going to be about Sancho versus Ten Hag. This is already written in the stars. But I
Didn't you
think
see
that
the ESPN post on YouTube?
no,
The
let me
ESPN?
just finish my sentence. I didn't see that, but I just see it happening, and you can continue. But I think that Madrid would spank Dortmund because Madrid. This is Real Madrid's tournament. Yeah, what was ESPN, which is anti-United and Liverpool channel? Tell me what
They
did they
have a
say?
they have a video going on where it says, you know, this is Jadon Sancho. You know, 6 months ago he was eating out of a lunchbox in the parking lot of his car, and now he's in the Champions League final.
Oh
You know,
my
I mean, what a
God!
turnaround! And the video
Yeah.
goes on, and I'm just watching
Okay,
it like, you know,
regarding the main story and headline regarding what came out in Twitter today, and this coming from Sky Sports Germany, Dortmund is playing the game, saying Dortmund cannot afford to sign Jadon Sancho from Manchester United on a permanent deal as it stands. The whole package is too expensive for them. Another loan deal could be possible for them. What the hell? Is it the salaries?
it
Or do
has
you
to
think they're
be.
just being mugs here?
It has been mugs,
Fishing for
bro.
another loan spell.
Yeah, they're trying to get the all the benefits without paying for it, you know.
Yeah.
So,
They're good at
but if I
selling, but they're not
was
good battery.
Wilcox, I would do what DJ Superfly doing there. I would be like, yo,
Yeah, I
loan
don't know, man.
spell is
I
done.
think
The
it's just
season is
Dortmund being
over.
mugs. They're trying to sort of mug us off. They're good at selling, but they don't want to buy on 50 million. Nah. Feeling guilt. Nine. Listen, don't be mugs here. You're in the Champions League final, Dortmund. Like Jadon Sancho is there. Like Jadon and Sancho wants to come to you. You cannot come here and say, give us another loan. We cannot say we want to give him another loan. That's the problem, right? So thing is, bye Sancho, or just bring him back. Deal with it,
Mm,
right? Even if Ten Hag staying, deal with it. Kiss and make up. That's the best thing you
mm,
can do, right?
hang on. I would
Bury all the
cancel this loan
hatches.
spell tonight. I would end this loan spell in the morning. Fly back to Manchester
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Watch them when the game they can't play.
Big up, Boba. How you doing? Rushmane, what are you saying here? I think that's the case. You can have him for 20 million loan. I don't think the club wants to loan him. I think they want to cash him in. But all I'm saying, let's balance it out, right? Let's just bury all the hatches. Forget about everything about the fights between Ten Hag, the fights between Sancho, this and that, Greenwood, whatever. If you bring everyone back, consolidate everything, bury the hatchet, kiss and make up, play football, right? Do you think that could be
Mm.
work?
I think that would be an immense situation. I think it will bring a lot of possibilities for United because, contrary to what a lot of people think, I think actually Jadon Sancho suits our style of play better than Marcus Rashford. I mean, so does Greenwood, but at the same time, there are different mitigating
Yeah, but
circumstances
technically,
why.
these are our players, right?
Mhm,
This is the exercise. This is our players, right?
mhm.
This is our squad. if you're going to performance optimize INEOS marginal gains Brailsford style, right? They're going to look at how can we make these guys perform under this system which Wilcox is now constructing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. If it's Ten Hag, if he's staying, how can we bring back Sancho and make them work together? Now, all of a sudden, you will have sporting people like Wilcox be responsible for this style of play, and you will have Ashford, Omar Barada. You have footballing people that you'll be accountable for this team. We haven't had that before, right? And I see that could be a plausible way what they are discussing, right?
Possible, yeah. I mean, look at it like this, right? Like I keep saying, we stacked with with the wingers we have on our payroll. Stacked. You know what I mean? We do. We have more than enough wingers. We have 8, and let's just say 4 of them top 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 class wingers, and the other 4 upcoming. You know, still
Yeah.
learning, young guys, right?
Yeah.
Plus it's Ashay Lacey, Joe Scanlon,
Like trophies
Ethan
were like
Williams.
Dortmund and awful when they're quoting us 120 million euros when they wanted to sell Sancho, right? We got mugged. They can pay through the nose, 100%, buddy. They can. Um,
100%.
everyone is praising Sancho in Dortmund. Do not believe what you read. And you live there. You watch that, like you watch the German league every fucking day, right? So yeah,
I mean, they're playing them. They praise him for the last couple of games, yeah. But don't forget that their manager came out
no,
and said after
and
his second game he's not playing at the levels that they know he can play. So let's not exaggerate anything. He
all right.
hasn't scored 15
Here's
goals.
my stance on Sancho. Here's my stance on Sancho. I have standards. I'm a Patriot Red, 3 generations. I love my club. When somebody's pissing on your club and pissing on the manager, pissing on your teammates, you're done. I don't care who you are, right? And Ferguson would not tolerate clowns like Sancho did, according to Genghis Khan. He wouldn't, you
He
know.
wouldn't.
So
I mean,
it's gone.
contrary to say,
You
Rashford
can't
might
even
even
bury
be
the
here.
hatchet. Where, you know?
You know what I mean?
Or
It's like
go
for
try
me.
to bury a hyena somewhere, like in Carrington.
Yeah, I mean, Sancho's a talented player. No, let's not argue that fact. We're not debating that here. But what we're debating is what he done for Manchester United. He played 42 games under Erik ten Hag. You know, he played 20 under Ollie and 21 under Ralph Ragnick. 83 games in total at United. So
Yeah,
let's not act like if he hasn't had game time, he didn't spend 3 seasons at United and hasn't really performed at the levels he's performed at Dortmund consistently.
exactly. Guys, you want to come in and have a say? The lines are open. So far it's only Mark having no camera, probably sitting in his underwear drinking beer, Duff beer, like Homer Simpson. Duh. Right?
More like pushing out, but yeah.
Yeah. StreamYard link is there. Come in and have a say before we close the shop. It's been a little bit of a loose cannon stream today. Nothing really going on out there. Champions League football. Looking forward for some footballing action tomorrow. This is probably the last game we see before Euros. Now looking forward for the Euros 100%. It's very uncertain who we're going to sign. We are linked to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, left back, right back. I don't know. Centre back, what are we saying? Leny, Yoro, Todibo, 100%. Toss him for free. Move on. Look at Ndidi, free from Leicester, 100%. Pay 25 million for Fofana. You're done. You're set, right? And then go for a striker, and as the last option, right?
Yeah, you definitely need to get your signings right. We definitely need to bolster defense and midfield first.
Yep. We have a theory, a conspiracy theory, that you are sitting in your full Getafe Greenwood kit.
No, no, Man United stream. You know what I mean?
I am.
Plus, the loan is over, guys. He's a Man United player. The loan is over. He's on
Yeah.
vacation. And
Anyway, guys, I am Ten Hag in at this moment. I don't see any other option out there. The one that is kind of gone silent is the Serbi. So I keep my eyes on that, what is happening with him, because every club has filled the quota with managers. The Serbi is the one that is still hot on the market, which is Premier League proven. We know that Tuchel is desperate. He will take anything at the moment in Premier League. Poch, I don't know. He's just a bottler. I don't know. I don't know where Poch is going to go. I don't know. Maybe Poch will go to Brighton at the end of the day. Who knows, right?
who knows?
So
I think I mean, I wasn't a huge Deserby fan, but one thing that bothers me to the core about Deserby is his comments about,
Listen, it doesn't
you know,
bother me anymore. What que sera, whatever will be, will be. Like this is it. We are not in control, but we can criticize what's going on, right?
yeah, I
At the
mean,
end of the
yeah,
day, we did a massive stream yesterday. We criticized we did a ownership review kind of thing, and mid-season, end of the season ownership review. All we want is a little bit more clarity, a little bit more transparency. What we've been fed from different outlets,
100%.
different tweets, linked here, linked there. Nobody really know what's going on, and it's just causing confusion. I want to be in a position within 2 weeks' time. We know exactly what our targets are and be able to do a proper transfer show, not just these rumors and speculations, right? Um,
Yeah, not being linked to managers that nobody else wants, like
yeah,
George
big up
said.
George Vukovic. We are linked to manager
Big
that
up
nobody
George.
else wants, right? And that's the point, right? Um, Listen, yeah, the Serbia would be one for Manchester City next season when Pep leaves. 100% he would be. And so, as a matter of fact, was Eric Ten Hag. He was on the, what do you say? If Pep was leaving, Ten Hag was the man to replace, according
I
to
mean,
the contingency plan.
yeah, that was one of Barada's choices when he was scouting managers to replace Pep. I mean,
Bro.
for me, they discuss the manager, whatever they do that. I mean, I just want them to operate efficiently. I was
Yeah.
hoping that we'd be already hearing Man United's
Yeah,
close
yeah,
on
yeah.
signing this player, that player, and the other. But now
We
it's
need a
just like,
Gattuso. We need a Gattuso,
Sometimes
right?
maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
Yeah, we need a
certainly.
Gattuso. 100%. Right now, people, it's like me being very angry with my pots and pans. I don't like this. Mark, thank you for coming in, beautiful people. You're there, Mark, and
Yeah,
wish you all
big
a
up.
happy Friday. I'm going to go chill, eat some popcorn, watch some Netflix, whatever I'm going to do, and I'm going to prep for the Champions League final. I believe it's going to be a Real Madrid victory. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Real Madrid going to smash them. Jude Bellingham going to win the Ballon d'Or.
Guys?
Can see it written in the stars already.
Oh, Javi Barcelona. No way. He's not coming.
I mean, I don't even know why people is read. I mean, Xavi's a decent coach. It was the furthest thing from the way Barcelona used to playing under Xavi, in my honest opinion. It wasn't like the Barcelona.
Before I go, let me just create a poll, guys. I want to hear from you. Who do you think will win the Champions League tomorrow? Let me start a poll, quick one. Let's just who will win the CL final? Who will win? Dortmund, or
Real.
Real?
Real one slapped up Dortmund, bro.
Okay, poll is got kicking. I want to hear from you. Get your votes in right now. I already had my say. I think it will be a Real Madrid. You know what? Real always win it. How many times have they won it already? Busted.
16.
This is, you might have just renamed the cup, like, Real Madrid Cup. Yeah, that's the thing. Oh my God. 82%, 75%, 12 votes. Get your votes going, people. Get your votes going. More. 30, 69%.
14. They're going for number 50.
Come on, guys. Oof. Dortmund is catching up on 33% as underdogs. Where are they playing, by the way?
I remember. It's not in Paris.
Oh, yeah, it's in Paris, right? Yeah. Real Madrid, what you reckon? Compass Mark is going for number 15. Madrid, according to Sadiq, is winning. Borussia Dortmund has a close of Bellingham to reach semi-finals over 2.4 million. Wow.
Oh, wait. No, the Champions League final is in
Wembley. Game in Sims.
Wembley.
Yeah, game
in Wembley.
saying London. Yeah, Zeus saying London. Yeah.
Boom.
Zeus, next time when you're available, come in and have your say. I know you messaged me privately to say you want to come in and have a say. Welcome, brother. Anyone that wants to come in and have a say anytime. We need more voices to speak football. Wembley. Jesus Christ. Anyone going? Let me know as well. That's going to be interesting. We might do a watch along. Listen, 21 votes so far. This is not enough, and there's like over 200 of you watching at the moment. Get your votes in, please. Please. Anyway, Real Madrid 64%. I believe Real is going to slap them for sure. For sure. 100%. Yeah, see you next time, mate. See you next time. 100%. All right, I'm closing the poll. Nobody's voting. 64% Real Madrid victory. What is your score prediction then?
For me, 4-1. I go in with the same score. I see one of those guys posting in the chat before because I was thinking something like that. A big score line. Compose, and I agree. 4-1.
4-1 to Real Madrid.
Yeah, I feel like Jude gonna have a big game, to be fair.
Yeah, Jude is going to be back in home soil. Yeah, I don't know. 3-1. I think it's going to be 3-1 Real Madrid.
You know,
Maybe
Don
penalties.
Carlo going for his was 7.
Well,
6
Guancala is going to go with the double eyebrows. Like,
yeah, 6 Champions League. Is the 6 Champions League title league on
oh,
him?
geez. We have somebody say Origami 2-1 to Borussia Dortmund. It's going to be an upset, what he's saying.
He also
Rajat is
said-
saying, yeah. Rajat 3-1. Rodrigo Vinicius goals. Dude. And then after that, you reckon they're going to go announce the big Galactico signing, Frappe?
Yeah, I mean, he already had done deal. You know, he probably will walk out right after the cup. He probably will be in the stadium watching the game at Wembley.
Yeah.
You know?
Can you imagine Mbappe being sponsored by Starbucks? Call it M Frappe.
Yeah, I mean,
Hi,
you know, you make
I'm
real money.
Frappe. Oh, you didn't get the joke. Mbappe, M Frappe. Frappuccino, you know what I mean? Hummels in his slow Vinny Jr. will be cooking him. 100% he will. Listen, guys, we'll be back probably tomorrow to watch a little bit of the Champions League final. Jude Bellingham is overhyped, according to you. Evo Boss said, oh, Evo, you're the most critical person. You think that Jude Bellingham is overhyped. I don't think so. Jude Bellingham is amazing. Even his brother, Joe Bellingham, is even better prospect. Hopefully, we will be linked to him as well. But apparently,
We
he's
are
going
already
to...
linked to him.
We are, right.
Yeah, and you know who knows him really well?
Yeah.
Jason Wilcox.
Yeah, he does. 100%. Barman saying Madrid 3-2 winners. It might be even a 3-2 goal scoring. I think so. Anyway, guys, what a beautiful show we had today. It wasn't a proper transfer show. It was more of a looking what's out there. Look what we're linked to. Look at what the flea market has to offer. Players that are available for cheap. And then we construct a team. Bellingham is the best according to Berba. What you're saying here? Oof. Bellingham is sick, man. Seriously, I agree with you. And Job, 100%. Shady Roll is going to Crystal Palace accordingly. We don't know yet, will we? Nobody signed anything. Nobody signed anything. Anyway, Jarvis is out drinking beer tonight, and everyone should be having fun tonight. It's Friday. Mark, everyone, big up chat that's coming in. More and more people are streaming in. You are getting crazy here in the VR room. Thank you for gifting the membership, Jonathan Lilienberg, and good to see Berba in the stream. Good to see Rashmana in the stream, Genghis Khan Jr., Evo Bostic, Barman, and Origami as per usual here. Legends in the house. Running is here. Zeus as well, Jack Off, Gaming Sims. Hey, legends, good stuff. Enjoy your Friday, guys. Listen, Mark.
Yeah, have a good night, everyone.
Bis morgen. Alles macht eines gutes Bier zu brauchen. Ja, jawohl.
Well, good knock, Mick.
And when the
good knock,
Ziegel,
everyone. Hope you have a great Friday.
with the sardines, right? The trolls. Yeah, anyway, big up. Any final words from you, Mark? Mr. Positive.
Hope you guys have a great night. You know, Ten Hag in. You'll see him on Monday. We'll probably start signing players next week. Hopefully, we're all just overreacting. And you know what? It's what it is. But big up, smash the likes. Don't forget
congratulations,
to subscribe.
the biggest legend in the Manchester United community, Rashmano, for being a member with us for 9 months, brother. We love you. We are absolutely loving you. Thank you so much. Listen, we wish you all a very TGIF. What you saying here? Thank God it's Friday. Schlaf gut, ja. Mark, how's your German? You schlafen gut, ja?
Ja, schlafen jetzt.
Schmeckt gut und schlaft gut. Alles macht eines gutes Bier zu brauchen. Ja, Klaus Thaler. Ja, what you thinking?
Genau.
Mark, I can see you becoming a proper Bayern person. Like you're putting your lederhosen and start yodeling soon. Like you add on a little bit of a Caribbean vibe to it. You la-di-do, right?
Kind yodeling. It's nicht.
Rashi, you're a legend. Thanks, man. Everyone, big up for all of you guys. See you in a bit. See you next time. And you know what? Have a good Friday. Have a good beer. Cheers. Pin back your ears. Whatever you choose to do to relax. I'm out of here. And thanks, Mark, for coming in as well. Glory, glory, Manchester United. Glazes out, and hate the Glazes. Whatever you can. We cannot say that, but Glazes out. You know what I mean. Keep the pressure on and be suspicious what the Dodger Dave and the heterosexuals are doing or quartersexuals are doing. God, I'm rumbling. It's time to sleep. It's time to go to bed. Mark, thank you. Guys.
Good night, guys.
See you later. Take it easy. See you to the next one. Bye for now. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.